Welcome, everyone, to this week's episode of the Superwomen Wellness Connection channel. I'm so excited to be bringing a new Superwoman to you who can share their journey and wellness tips with you. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time, my name is Kim Goldham, and I'm a certified master wellness coach, as well as the founder of the Empowered Living for Superwoman program. And today I have Babbitt as my guest. Welcome, Babbitt.
Thank you. I'm so happy that you think I'm a superwoman. And I'm
Absolutely.
certainly happy to share whatever I can possibly share that will intrigue your listeners and certainly inspire me.
I know it's always that blinding flash of the obvious sometimes, or the magic of the mirror. So I love that.
Right?
And I know, you have had, such an amazing journey with wellness, which is why I was so excited to have you here. And I know as a fashion designer and a healing arts practitioner, and I'm sure there's a variety of other titles there as well. But I'd love for you to share a little bit about you and how you got on this wellness journey and what it is you do.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, I guess I should start by introducing my dad into the conversation, because not that he's here, but in name, But my father was a metaphysician in his own right. And when I was a little girl, I used to watch how people would come, all kinds of people, all colors, all types. He could fix anything. So he had his own business, always fixing mainly TVs, but he could fix anything, refrigerators, toasters, you name it, he can fix it. But his real passion was metaphysics, and he loved healing people. So people would come to him with various ailments, and he laid hands on them, and then voila,
Wow.
So this is where the energy of healing arts comes from. And when I was, when I was thinking about what I wanted to do, I've always wanted to be a fashion designer. And I would tell my dad, I want to be a fashion designer, Daddy. And he'd say, well, you can be anything. You can be a metaphysician, a practitioner. You could be a doctor. You could be whatever you want and do all those things. I said, I can. He said, yes. All you have to do is go inside the kingdom and thank God every day. And I used to ask him, this when I was little now, say, well, Daddy, where is the kingdom? And he'd say, it's right here. Just go inside your heart and thank God, and then you can do whatever you want. And I said, okay. And I loved my dad. We were like, oh my God, we were so close. So I carried that with me, when I got older, and decided that I really wanted to get into reflexology, massage therapy, ear coning, aromatherapy, all of which I'm licensed and certified, and everything that you can possibly get, I've got it. And I think it truly is a gift, because I still have clients that come from up north that come here just specifically to get a session. When I'm working on someone, I kind of get lost, it's like their energy, my energy. And to me, life is all about the transference of energy, So someone comes to me and they look sad, or they look low energy, or they have cancer, or they have something going on, some kind of dis-ease in their system. And they'll get on the table one way, and when they get off, oh my God, they're so full of what they really need to be feeling. And that energy will last them maybe days, maybe weeks, depending on what their level of toxicity is. But it's always such an incredible shift once they have a session. And so I go into this headspace, or this physical space, where nobody can come in, and I can actually feel and see, and what I need to do, or what I need to tonify, or how I need to support the individual, whether it's in addition to the session, be something like a conversation regarding an issue or whatever. Some people get on the table and they emote, after the session, whether that's with tears or happiness or whatever, and that's so common, at least for me as a practitioner. I've been doing this for, I don't even want to tell you how many years, a lot of years, and I'm still learning. And that's, the beauty of it. So it's for me, it's like, I love being an artist too, because it's that same feeling you just get. I mean, I go into this space and I'm like, oh my God, and this color, and oh my God. And so it just all works. I don't know. Years ago when I have a dear friend, her name is, I call her Sherry Girl. Her name is Cherise Lattimore. And another friend who was a doctor brought her to my home and said, Babbitt, you have to help her. And I said, okay. So she came, and her and I were alone, and we talked and we chatted. And to me, she was just burnt out as a mom. She had 3 children. And so I always had an area in my home where I could work on someone, but I had a business downtown as well. Mm-hmm. So I took her upstairs and I worked on her. I combed her ears and I gave her a reflexology session and gave her lots of wonderful energy that I have to replace myself, and rejuvenate afterwards. But anyway, I went to bed that night and forgot she was even there. And and early in the morning, she had gotten up. I used to live in the forest. It was beautiful. And so, it was off the road and just really a special place, just like where I am now. But it was more treed, Anyway, she got up that morning and she went on her way. And she called. When I woke up, the phone was ringing, and it was Sherry Girl. And she's going to watch this, so she'll testify, I'm sure. She said, oh, Babbitt, this is wonderful. I can see, I feel great. Da, 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 da. I was like, okay. She said, you've got to do this with everybody. I said, well, I do. And she said, no, you have got to go to school and you've got to get all the whatever they offer. And so I said, okay. And I just let it go. But do you know that I think she was a messenger and continues to be. And she would not leave me alone until I actually found several schools that I chose. And from there, it just, I got real crazy with it. I mean, I just fell in love with it. I started teaching and decided that I couldn't teach because I'm so spontaneous with my knowledge and my energy and how I need to ebb and flow it. You can't put bookends on it. It just let it go.
So what would you say are the top 3, wellness tips that you live by, especially these days, to keep your own energy, strong?
Well, I meditate a lot. In fact, I'm meditating as we speak, I swear. But meditation, and being quiet and shutting down all the noise, I don't mean the pretty music that you want to listen to, but when you have conversations with certain people, you got to be careful who's in your ear. You've got to be, protect your energy. People will drain you without them meaning to, so you have to protect yourself. And so for me, that means every once in a while, completely shutting down all the noise. But for the most part, I get up in the morning and I do my morning routine, which is writing and crying and reading and, more of the same until I am full. And then that kind of sets my day. Many years ago, I took this workshop with Julia Cameron. She wrote The Artist's Way.
Yes.
Up at Kripalu, which is my second home. I love Kripalu. But anyway, that was years ago. And I still to this day do the exercise called mind dumping, which is writing 3 pages because, I want to write a book someday, and it helps you to tell your story. And you may not tell your story, but it'll get you in the right direction. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so every morning I sometimes you have all those race thoughts in your head, and how do you calm them down? Put them on paper, get them out so you have other things in other space. Don't let all that other junk rent space in your head. So if you write it all out, get it out of the way, you can start your day. And then I think for me also is really taking time to care for myself. I care deeply for me because I give a lot of energy to my friends, my clients. And so I am a soaker. I love my hot baths. I blend, of course, bath salts and all kinds of product that I, distribute. But I really love my soaps, and oh my God, I don't know what I would do without them. So, and now that I've redone the garage, the hot tub is being delivered next week. Yay me!
Yay you, for sure.
Yes,
That's awesome.
which I'm going to use for work. But I'm telling my friends and my clients, listen, if you want to find me, you know where I'm going to be. And walking and stretching, and doing physical things that are comfortable for you to do. You don't have to go to the gym and lift bars and weights and all that stuff. I mean, our class is very gentle, and it's more spiritual, but it helps you to connect with your person and understand where you need to release because of those holding patterns that we tend to create,
Yeah.
So I think, exercise, meditating, writing, hot, wonderful baths, long, luxurious ones. My baths are like, whoa, because I really need it. I need it. And when I'm finished, I just sit quiet, and then after or whenever, either I go to bed or, I'll get up a few hours later and get doing whatever it is I want, to do. But that's
Nice.
basically, and sometimes I have, like my sister just passed away. Her memorial is this Saturday, Zoom,
I'm so sorry to hear that.
family, we're going to get together to do that. And I've been very weepy, which is fine because crying is wonderful. It's better to not start a whole new holding pattern,
Right.
so you cry it out. And but sometimes I need to talk it out. And so I have friends that I can pick up the phone and say, I need to see you. I need you to come here now. Or if they can't come, we're on the phone, whether it's the loss of my sister or the loss of my husband's abilities, because he is a very, he has a chronic illness that he's not going to get better.
Yeah.
And so, being a caregiver, because I am a caregiver 100% of the time, that if you don't take care of yourself, I can tell you that will drain you dry.
Sure.
So you have to really, you can't take care of anybody else or anything in your life if you don't put yourself first.
It's true.
And that's what I do for myself. And of course, yourself about healthy food and the things that you need to put into your body in order to stay that way.
Yeah.
And thank God all of this election stuff is over, because I'm telling you, the last few years I've had too much wine. I've had that's a done deal now. I feel real good. But I have great friends. Oh, and we play canasta. I'm the queen.
Nice.
We're gonna watch this show. I'm sorry, not really. I'm just kidding. No, they're geniuses, but they taught me, and I really. Some days when I lose, it's really funny because one of our partners, our friend OJ, she's a genius. I kid you not. They're both geniuses. I cannot tell you. All of them are. But OJ does not like to lose. When she loses to me, and let's say she loses to me by 15 points, she's like, well, Babbitt, you only won by 15 points. I'm like, hey, a win is a win.
Yes.
But it's so much fun, and that kind of takes the edge off,
Yeah.
And so, good friends, a swimming pool helps when it's open,
Yeah.
April, please, yeah. And now the hot tub, so I don't care. I don't have to wait.
Definitely.
All of those things help me to keep, stay as fresh as I possibly can. And I'm a student just like you, so I'm learning every minute, every day, Even from my husband, I learn.
Sure.
Oh my God, I wrote, a paper for the reflexology journal about this whole journey with him, and how reflexology and all of these things that I bring to the table have helped him tremendously, you know.
Nice.
So I'm
Yeah.
grateful for that, and I've learned so much.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can't give up. I mean, I know it's hard. This COVID is so difficult, but if you
Yes.
just still yourself and you just thank God for the little things. I mean, there's so many people suffering in our
Yeah.
world. And here we have hot water,
It's true.
you know, to
It's
make a
very
cup of
true.
tea, coffee, whatever, to take
Yeah.
a shower, a hot soak. I mean, we have a home, a roof over our heads, you know. Some of us are married, some of us are not married, some of us don't want to be married, whatever. You know
Right.
what I
Right.
mean?
Yes.
You just have to look at the plants. I mean, everything just today, these days, I'm telling you, I'm more simplified these days than ever. You know?
Yes.
So one day at a time and one foot in front of the other. That's what I do.
Absolutely.
You know, and the bad days, they're going to be there and you're going to
Yeah.
have them. But what I try not to do, and I really, really work hard at, is not living there. I don't
Yeah.
want to live there. If I'm depressed, I give myself a day, maybe two, then I'm done. I'm like, you know what? You're done. No more, you know? And
Yes.
then get on the phone or go for a walk or, you know, do something to shake myself out of it. Because this is going to go on for another 6 months to a year, I
Right.
believe.
Right.
So you really have to, you know, and the other thing I noticed too, I mean, well, I always knew this about me. I'm crazy anyway, but you know, when I work, everything has to be organized. I am so organized. Everything has to be in its place. Otherwise, I cannot deliver my energy. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Oh,
It's like,
absolutely.
and I'm a mess. I'm really messy when I work. When I cut, you should see my studio. I'm telling you, it's a mess.
It's
But you know
creative
what? The rest
expression.
of the house is so neat. So that way I can go crazy up there. And you know, when I paint it's all over the place. But the rest of the place is nice, you know, and
Yeah.
neat. You know,
Absolutely.
organized. You have to be very, especially when you're a caregiver. Oh my
Oh my
God.
gosh, yes.
Caregivers of the world, you've got to be tremendously organized because time is so important. Every
Yeah.
minute of every day you're going to be busy doing whatever it is, you know. Like I don't keep a schedule per se, like, okay, at 9 o'clock I'm going to do this, at 11 o'clock I'm going to do that, because like I said, I got to be free, right?
Yeah.
But I do and I don't do things that are necessary, and I don't do the things that are not necessary, period. They're
Yeah.
out. Same with people. If you've got people in your life that are draining you, sorry, I can't do this, you
Yeah.
know. So you have to, you know, to take care of yourself and love yourself. And I love me some Babbitt. No, you know, and that's so that's about what I do, you know.
Yeah. No, I
That,
appreciate that. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing,
you're
because
welcome.
there's so many, nuggets of wisdom in and guidance and support, for everybody who's listening, who's watching, who's experiencing, all the different layers that 2020 and 2021 have already brought, and with the pandemic and how things are unfolding, right? And people are still looking for new ways to identify, but then also for support. And so you really shared, so many different capacities. I really appreciate, that. I think that's really,
You're
really
welcome.
generous of you.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah. So I imagine there's a lot of people listening, watching, who are resonating with a lot of what you're saying and sharing. And if they're interested in connecting with you, for some of the different things that you do, how would they, what would be the best way for them to find you?
They can Google Babbitt. But they can go to
Perfect.
my website, which is B&B newbeginnings.com.
Okay.
So, you know, the www thing.
Yeah.
And then B as in boy, AND spelled out, B, new beginnings with an S.com. And the website is really user-friendly. There's lots of information about me on there and lots of wonderful tabs you can pull down and enjoy. And there's a contact page on the website, and or you can always text me at 804-543-7813.
Excellent.
Or you can email me at Babbitt-D46, at gmail.com.
Excellent.
I do have another email address. That's why I was thinking, yeah, but Babbitt-D46 at gmail.com. I'm very happy to help if I can, be supportive in any way. I do still see clients. They come masked, of course, and for reflexology and the healing arts that I do. I do blend four very wonderful products, and I've been blending those for many years. But they can read all about that on the website, and if they're interested in that. And of course, the art and the fashion is there as well, or come visit me in my new happy space.
In your hot tub?
Well, if they come visit, I won't be in the hot tub, but I'll be available, Oh, and I forgot to tell you, oh my God, this is like, hello. So when I switched I used to have the studio upstairs where I worked on people and everything. And so now that's an Airbnb space, and it's beautiful.
Nice.
And so people, like guests, are coming this weekend, yes, and they want to have their reflexology, so they can either come up, down, doesn't matter, and right in the space. And so I made it so cool. This space, you'll have to come and visit me sometime, Kim.
Definitely, yes.
You can see.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, and it's a great thing to do during this time. You know what I mean? Because people are afraid to come out, and it's contactless.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't even have to see the people. So
that's great.
There. I forgot about that. Something else.
Yeah, that's powerful. Yeah. Really powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very nice, and you get to meet new people. And I've been texting back and forth with this wonderful person who's coming with her daughter. They want to reconnect, and so they're going to have reflexology, and she's very excited. And so I want her to have a wonderful stay, and so I think it'll be fun. The space is very lively. It's great and calm and peaceful and quiet. So we like peace and quiet around here.
Absolutely. And there's a hot tub nearby.
And come and visit sometime when you have, when you're free.
Absolutely. I will definitely take you up on that. That sounds fabulous. Okay. Absolutely. Yeah.
A cup of turmeric tea. Oh, I make the best.
Yes.
So good. Isn't it delicious? I love it.
Yes.
Every day I have mine for breakfast, and it's so good. It's so warming, It's a nice thing to do these days. And I don't know about this weather. God.
I don't know. Yeah, they keep saying we might have snow, but when if I look at the hourly section, it looks like it's only between midnight and 6 a.m. So hopefully it'll still be there when I wake up, or I have to stay up really late or get up really early to be able to see it.
Right. I don't want any snow. I just want sun. If it's sunny, oh yes.
Yeah.
And on a day like this, I'm cool, but I'd rather the sun.
I prefer the sun myself. Yes.
Yeah. Well, you look lovely, and I'm so happy for you with all of your endeavors, particularly with your videos, your YouTube channel. That should be quite wonderful, And I thank you for inviting me to share.
You're so very welcome. This has been fantastic. I really, really do appreciate your time today and sharing so many pearls of wisdom for everyone out there today.
Well, namaste to you, dear.
Namaste. Thank you.